Yo, guess what? Welcome to another episode, the Youth Pulse podcast with me, Dikodi Andrew, in another epic edition. And whereby this episode, we're going to be handling a nice conversation with some amazing guests. And today's topic is none other than the topic about the impact of early child marriages. And today, joining us, a young reporter from UNICEF, that will be none other than Rita, and engineer Marcelino with us. Hello, guys.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
Oh, I can see the smiles. Are you guys excited?
Of course.
Okay, you can just reintroduce yourself. What are your names and where you guys coming from?
All right. Like you mentioned earlier, my name is Engineer Mercy, and it's a pleasure to be here. I am also a youth advocate, and I am an engineer, petroleum engineer by profession. And it will be amazing to have this amazing conversation to further explore into the youth dimension.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to the Youth Path podcast.
Thank you.
Young reporter.
My name is Rita Nyara Martin, a student from JCC Model Secondary School, and at the same time, I'm a UNICEF child reporter, and I'm actually privileged and overwhelmed to be here.
Okay, you guys are both welcome to this very nice podcast. And first and foremost, we love to dive into the conversation of today. We mentioned that the topic is the impact of early child marriage. What do you understand by the impact of the early child marriage?
All right. I will say it is just it can be either a formal or informal marriage that happens between any girl child that is below 18 and any maybe adult or another child. So our focus point here is the girl child. So the girl child is usually below the age that is supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So just briefly, just in a simple male language, is just any marriage that happens below that age, below 18. Yeah.
Rita?
Okay, according to me, early child marriage, this is whereby a lady, let me talk basically on girls because I love such kind of things.
Yeah.
And like when a lady get married below 18, that's whereby we call it as early child marriage. Because when at the age of 18, that not you're still a child, according to UNICEF.
Yeah.
Yes.
The CRS.
برضو في يا ماسي في المجتمع بتاعنا كالجنوبيين like there's a lot of such things are happening in our society yeah? لكن النبي دائما النبي ليزو بعيد بكين قال this is cultural things, this is a lot. But for you, how can you share with us like how early marriage have effects in the individual involvement as well for the society as a young girl?
Yeah, that is true. يعني كتير بيشوفوا كأنه ده حاجة عادي وعشان culture كمان قد يدعم حاجات زي ده كتير يعني بخطوها سايت يعني ما بكون يعني topic الناس بيتونسوا فيه كتير لكن إفك بتاعه قد يكون كتير في حياة خصوصا في حياة بتاع البيت لأنه في النهاية البيت يا هو هيجي يضحي بحاجات كتير. For example لما بيت يتزوج في عمر أقل من 18 أول حاجة هو هيجي يخلي مدرسة وده بيكون له صعب بعدين يرجع مدرسة لأنه مسؤوليات هيجي. طبعا انت لما تتزوج ده أكيد هيكون في مسؤوليات ومرات ذاته زول اللي انت اتزوجته ما هيقبل إنه انت تقوم تمشي مدرسة وترجع حياتك العادي. وتاني حاجة يعني بخطهم في ريسك أو لمي سي يعني في خطورة بتاع ولادة مبكرة لأن الولادة المبكرة دايما قد يكون فوق complications كتير. So early marriage بخط كمان بنات يكونوا في موقع بتاع danger في زمن بتاع حمل وحاجات بالشكل ده. وللسوسايتي of course يعني هيكون عندنا بنات كتير الما متعلمين وده قد يكون خسارة كتير يعني بنقص ذاته economic growth and health development of the community لأنه هيكون بس في أولاد بس هم متعلمين وبنات هيكونوا يعني isolated ما هيكون عندهم قدرات ما بيكون عندهم قدرات عشان يقدروا يشتغلوا ويكونوا يعني financially dependent so بالمعنى ذاته هم هيكونوا source of poverty لنفوسهم ولناس اللي حواليهم. so يعني ممكن also to add كمان نقدر نشوف يعني early marriage قد يكون عنده إفك لبيت من ناحية بتاع إنه كمان يعني هو ما بيكون عنده أي قرار هو بقدر بيتخذه لأنه already إنت لو مثلا كان عندك dream عندك vision إنت ما هتقدر تاني follow if you had the dream to be a doctor to be a what يعني they have already taken it from you they have taken all the dreams from you بعد كده focus بتاعك هيكون to be a wife. وحاجة تاني مهم إنه أنا قد نشوفه كمان إفك بتاع child marriage إنه يعني جانا ما بيعيش طفولة بتاعه لأنه لما الزول يزوجوه بدري يعني automatically you have to into adulthood by
By
force.
force.
Yes.
That's for
So
sure.
yani now I am no longer a child, now I am a wife. So
Yeah.
yani cannot be
You
a
need to be
child.
acting. Itabiga mabano cartoons.
Exactly.
Ita mabagde rafi fi mahalat tanina الكان
Yes.
مفترض تبورا فوقه يعني بيجي صعب لبنات. And as well, some of the stories in our community, I always love to give a little bit story sometimes.
sure.
Yeah? Whereby زمان داك ده كان في بنية أو كان في مدرسة. في بس أبوغيف ما ولد في طرف هلا tuwale uncle ta biniere gum kengal ita wallet ita ba mu shunu ma biniere tuwale minaka jarhawa juru habil inu inaka dakal wala da fago sijin nadi wala da tan yom mina walela debiga mara taki. So like sometimes kaman anna bayano gali sometimes parents be forced shikila jazere because maybe de bukun wala de jibulo karas wala de der advice wala der woni sulo haja o kan ma fi madrasa lakin ta bes jaji ligomo situation budun sualo hina wala hinaka raytaki shunu twali حاجات زي بيجي حاصل. So I don't know, maybe إتاكم بيكون do some of the stories that you have seen the impact of early child marriage في Fogo society. Maybe إتا كمان في مدرسة Rita, you have also overseen such stories happening.
Actually كانت مدرسة دي it's like كتير تطو like when they bully you بيكين قالت خلاص كبير يعني you're now mature طبعا مش إنه إني so the lady will be like oh my god nazi kulubinga madufata so what should I do here so muktato twali shinu yeah twalo bibada tala min madrasa we drop out obiga borai fijoza which is not fair kan obiga jozo yani dream tata lokander kun engineer wala doctor de obilus ashano bilija tani fogo bikun stop
yeah. Mercy have mentioned Rita some of the other reasons for illegal child marriage. For you as a young reporter of UNICEF, what do you think are some of the reasons that can also contribute to early child marriage?
Okay, some of the reasons that will contribute to early child marriage, okay, basically I'll be talking about the parents. Then sometimes parents they're not giving the good advice. The advices. Lokana mukampo the advice the children learning. Ya bitie matamul haja kida kantamul haja kida will lead to kida.
The consequences.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if they advise their children yeah, that's it.
Okay. Mercy, you want to add on some of the effects?
Yeah, that's true. You said the reasons, right? أنا قاعد نشوف كمان كتير قاعد يكون سبب بتاع poverty ولا me say فقر. مرات parents, as she said, parents يا دائما قاعد يكون عندهم صوت and then sometimes they use their voice according to their situation. So هم بيشوفوا يعني بنية بتاعهم ده is a potential source of income.
Yes.
Yeah.
كان قالي 50 بقرة ده.
50 بقرة ده بخير حياتنا. So يلا مراتهم بيقولوا كمان لو خليناه ممكن بعدين يجي يعري زول فخير حياتنا ما بخير سو احسن بس ندوا له زول اللي بيقدر ومرات كمان قد يكون في كالتشرز بتاعنا في كالتشرز طبعا اصلا دير بيت يمشي بدري بيت ما يعمل حاجات كتير وشنو سو بس باي كالتشر طوالي يريش a certain age طبعا لخطة كده خلاص يقولوا ده بقى مرة جاهز so they can also push you because of this reason and sometimes also يعني it is also the girl تعرف مرات بكون في as she said like bullying or maybe any other problem can make a girl to be like okay خلاص يعني this one is not working for me let me go or maybe ذاته because of poverty تبي تشوف إنه يعني أسرة بتاعي ما بقدر يعملوا لي حاجة أحسن ألقى لي زول ب8 كده يشيلني وخلاص so yeah these are some of the reasons أنا قاعد نشوف كتير قاعد يخلي بنات يعني يلزوم للزواج المبكر وكمان برضو early pregnancy لأنه مرات early pregnancy is not intended.
Yes.
So مرات بس لو مثلا حاجة حصل زي ده if this mistake happens زول حمل يعني طوالي بقوم بيلزوه في بيت بتاع راجل.
في بيت راجل. Yes, she's not mentally and even emotionally to be in that situation.
لأنه في مرات حاجات بيحصل أخطاء أصلا يعني ما intended to become a marriage. يعني that's why example جبنا أنا قلت informal and informal. So ده هو informal ده. يعني it was not intended to end in marriage. لكن because it happened خلاص family بقول this one has to go.
Okay.
So it's also one of the reasons.
And I need to add something like كان جينا عملوا mistake يلا they mistake كبير كالي and then they discuss with their parents يلا أجي كان يسيتو في زمان ده يلا يوم البنية ده بيجاملوا mistake so like كان زول عملوا mistake كده أفي كده زول كده parents مريجا يعني مذكرة ورا كده ما رجع حاجات الجنة ده
This is
لأنه
very
يوم
true.
Yeah.
رجع حاجة الجنة ده ورا ده الجنة ده بيفيل like only some عملوا change يلا كانوا ما عملوا change أو توالي بيرجع في نفس حركات اللي كانوا عملوا before.
That is very
ما
true.
لكن sometimes Rita في parents اللي بيكونوا أمون there they feel like yeah I have raised my child in a very proper way لكن جنا ده كان بيجروا برا طبعا مدرسة فوقه كم إيال كتير في صوبان في أهل في ناس منو جنا ده من تربية الربو كويسين جوا بيتي ده أو برا برا غيره برا إيه ما بين sometimes like we should not also blame our parents in some way. You don't think so?
Should not blame them.
Yeah. Okay. Mercy?
Yes, I think also there is a external influence. لأنه مرات maybe if all your friends are married and you're the only one unmarried, automatically there will be pressure.
Yes.
يعني they will make you feel as if you're missing something and then automatically تبدأ تفكر أفكار بتاعك كمان بقوم بالشفت. So sometimes also influence comes from outside and sometimes also we as young people we honestly need to also digest the consequences. Sometimes our ignorance of the consequences is what makes us يعني to be victims of early marriages. So we also need to be in a position where we know what we want because even the Bible says without a vision the people perish. So our vision need to be clear so that when our parents see the vision they will try at least to adjust because if a parent is seeing that this one has a bright future they will look at you like the hope of the family now. So if you are the hope of the family they will try their best to protect you to make sure that at least they provide for you until you finish your educational journey.
Guess what? In case if you have just opened this very video, this is the Youth Pulse podcast with me, Diko De Andrew, whereby we are taking it personal when it comes to our conversation. It's speaking from our hearts, and today's topic is the impact of early child marriage with my two amazing guests. That will be a young reporter of UNICEF, Rita, and engineer Marcelino. And as we continue with our conversation, my beautiful girls, you're a student, Rita, yeah? How can education really play a role in preventing illegal child marriage?
Okay, education can actually it's the big role.
Yes.
You never think such kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, your focus will be basically on education.
On physics, biology.
Yeah, but thoughts they might be command. Yeah, command in education like they normally teach. There is a topic based on reproduction. I mean respiration, reproduction about ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, so you will learn what to do and what you should not do, and also some of the things to protect yourself. Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with Rita. That's a very brilliant answer. Education gives us the information and the confidence that we need as young people to know what is right and what is not. And also, it allows you to know your rights. For example, if you're educated and someone wants to force you into marriage and you know your right and you know what the law says about it, you can easily involve the people who can, help you in to prevent that marriage from happening. And also, I think education plays a very major role in equipping our young girls with the desire of the future, to aim higher. So when you're educated, you will know that my dreams are not limited to marriage. My dreams are beyond. So yes, your expectations will be enlarged, and hence the desire to go further to pursue your dreams will also be enhanced through education. And also, most of the time, educated parents do not involve in this early marriage thing. Most of the time, it's very rare cases that you see educated parents. Meaning, if our parents are educated about the dangers and the consequences of early marriage, they will not force their daughters into early marriage.
But sometimes Anna Kambeno still going back to culture because like I feel like us South Sudanese and the Nikalanta culture batal. Maybe ita beno abude uma de mabukono mon educated lakin omon barafu ahead of tomon shunu for gajena to tomon. Lakin tabijeli go gali omon do extended family. With extended family, ita bijeli go uncle taki wala uncle taki somewhere somehow because binana makalas biga kibiro ba mo sunu fi bet korora fi joza. So like Anna Marif, listen like with you Rita, like how do you feel about the extended family also enforcing early child marriages?
Okay, like those extended family, sometimes they are their own causing, like for a lady to drop out and also get married. according to me, they must be a good exemplary. They must give an advices. The more you give an advice to a lady, gender never be fashion boy later have secrets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is true.
And even like when she mentioned about Amsugu Janataki, I feel like it will be so good also to avoid the impact of early child marriage. From my own perspective, kere parents Amsugu sabi ma
Very
iyal
true,
tomon.
very
Lano kan ita Amsugu ana zamasana ana ukutarita lela kabir, ana begini marita. I will be advising her in a way that she will be not afraid to tell me
Yes.
any of her secret.
That is
Maybe
true.
can feel mushkila but she been bullied at school wala fizol wogi fo fiseka wala shikila
Challenge,
jaze o bak der jere warila na badalo bes begin school begisi mladi
That is
mushkila
very
yomtana
true.
bijanezil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for that. And as well, the other thing, what kind of support do you think it will be necessary for those who are at risk? مثلا الناس اللي بيكون في physical situations. What kind of support do you think it will be okay to be given to them?
Okay, I think for the people who are just not yet pushed into, but at least there is an intention to do so for them, maybe there can be support from, we have very many organizations that support girls with incentives. So the incentives can help with the poverty issue. So at least the parents will have something, and then they will not be thinking of the shortcuts to send a lady away. So if organizations support girls who are in school financially with incentives and this kind of financial support, it will encourage the parents to be patient until maybe they finish their education. And also most of the time mental support is required.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because these things sometimes can really cause mental damages to the young girls who are victims of these things. So if someone has been forced into early marriage, I feel like there could be still hope if maybe they are taught some skills to help them at least, so that they don't lose the purpose totally. Because sometimes بخش marriage ده خلاص بقول my life is finished, yet there is still hope. So at least they can be supported with skills and some knowledge that they can use, so that they don't end up in poverty and crisis and all these things. And then they will use the knowledge and the skills to at least equip their lives somehow.
Okay. As for you, Rita, I heard Shamarat Tihit, you are an aspiring upcoming head girl in your school. By the time they're dropping this episode, I feel like we are celebrating you being the head girl of your school.
Yes,
Yeah. But now, in your role as not even like you becoming a head girl at your school, but also like what do you think for yourself the raise of awareness about the consequences of early child marriage? Because like at school also, maybe you would love to see some things are done in the education system. Maybe jua madarasa takum. What do you think like when it comes to this?
Some of the things that will create the rise of awareness, like as for me, ana kana mulu video based on early child marriage, ending child marriage, whereby I act as a lady getting married to another big man.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so such kind of videos come and be supported and they will be like, fi video they be near they suffer. So when I do this, Anna be suffer so
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
this
Wow.
video will give a clue to everything.
Yes.
Yeah, like come on, like writing blogs, like podcasts they come on.
Yeah.
When they watch, they will be like, wow.
These are the Gen Zs, by the way. They're making sure they use the digital world very good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
In case to raise awareness. Like in Bordeaux, bukun fi jana amon mind telephone. They don't have Facebook. They don't have access to internet or the digital world. They are deep in the village. What awareness do you think that can be given to them, or in which way they can be aware about the child marriage?
Okay, like masalan kanomo beginning bait. Some of the organizations, well, some initiative, back the ralo money be advise them, be teach them, and sometimes they will give them like a book. I'll be encourage them. Sometimes I'll naze that to mafi. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Mercy?
Yes, I think we really do play a very big role. I'm really grateful for the influence that God has given me somehow. Starting from the fact that I am an artist. So the platform that I have,
By the way, this is one of the intros she didn't tell you people. She's a hip hop artist, aka Black Queen.
Yes, so me as an artist, I feel like the listeners or the fan base that I have, they can be a great ground to drop these seeds, this information, this advocacy. So I can use this platform that I have to advocate for girls and to speak against such acts that really hinder the future of girls in the community. And I can also use my talent, God-given talent, to maybe really right, because I have already written a few songs before about, you know, encouraging girls and all that. So this kind of music can really empower, because music can go to borders that we cannot physically go. Like you say, there are some places that they don't have internet and that, but music can go, because, you know, it's sent from phone to phone, from phone to phone, it will end up in the village. Yes. So it will be an encouragement to somebody, it will be an awareness to somebody. Even maybe some parents will listen and they will feel the need of, you know, taking action with regard to this kind of things. And another thing that I can also do, I can, for example, I also have the initiative Shabab La Mujtama. I can use this kind of initiative, like my younger sister Rita said. This kind of initiatives, they can reach to places and to be able to interact with young people and encourage them and showing them the benefits of, you know, of not being married too early and accomplishing goals and dreams and all that. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. If you're going to be talking a lot, it's going to be in part 1, part 2, part 3. But guess what? The conversation is done.
That was too fast.
I know, it was too fast. That's how, like, we are really, when we are speaking from our hearts, the time really goes very fast. And as we are going to be wrapping this conversation, what will be that last message you love to tell whoever is going to be watching our episode of today?
Oh, wow. I like that part. The conclusion is always sweet.
Yes.
I would really like to use this opportunity. It's really an honor. Thank you for having us here. It's really an amazing thing to be able to speak to young people, because young people, it's true, people say that they're disobedient, but they listen to young people like them. That's why it's so easy to influence a young person when you are a young person too. So this is really an amazing platform. Big ups for this one, and I hope it continues to create the influence that it is creating already. So I would like to encourage young people out there to see beyond their current situations, to see beyond their family situations, because sometimes when you look at your family, you feel like your family is tired. تقول خلاص بالمعنى I cannot go far. This is it. My family is there وأنا هكون كده. So يعني our dreams are shattered with the situation. So don't look at that. And I encourage parents to also يعني not look at their daughters as يعني كأنه ده بضاعات والحاجات بالشكل ده. خليه يعرفوا بأنه if كان جناك ده بعدين قدر يتخرج، قدر يشتغل، قدر يعمل حاجة، هو بيعمل لك أكتر من النسيبك بعمله لك، لأنه نسيبك ده ما جناك، لكن your daughter بعدين بيعمل لك حاجات أكتر من النسيبك أنت قد تبيه له ده بيقدر يعمله. عشان كده خليه نشجعوا بنات عشان يشوفوا أحلام بيتهم، لأنه عالم فات. هسه بقينا قاعدين نشوفوا بنات بيجوا رؤساء، بيجوا شنو، yes بيجوا يعني founders like this young girl. I see a bright future also. So يعني في هدف، في أمل لبنات. So خلي ما نحطموا أحلام ده ب early marriage، لأنه early marriage ده في النهاية كده كده هيتزوجوا. So let it be late marriage. It's okay. أحسن late than early in this case only.
I love that. I think I'll be picking that.
In this case, we want late marriage so that at least, and if your daughter makes a mistakes, you know, when I was younger, I also made a mistakes. I got pregnant and all that, but my family, because my mom was a strong woman, she encouraged me, she took care of me, and she helped me to pursue my dream. And now look at me. When I graduated with the first class, she was celebrating even more than me, because she saw the potential. So let's start to see potential. خلينا نشوفوا أمل في بنات بتاعنا. خلي أخطاء بتاعنا ما يكون السبب بتاع خلاص we are concluding that they're useless, they have to be sent away, you know.
That was so emotional. I almost cried.
Well, I am crying.
Rita, what will be your message?
Okay, in my conclusion, I would like to say to my daughters outside there, like they should hold education as the key to success.
Yes.
The key to the unlock those. And also whenever there is a challenges, they must stand firm on it. And also my message to the parents outside there, there's a proverb that was said by Thomas that if you make a mistake, you will still do great things in future.
Wow.
So
the wisdom.
whenever
continue.
okay, whenever your daughter make a mistake, still see it as your child, and also give a good advice to her, because the moment you give good advice to her, she will share her secret with you, and also the moment you respect her, she will also respect you. So that's it all.
Wow, this girl is so wise. I'm like,
this is wisdom. I wish I can change to wisdom conversation, by the way.
Yeah,
because
this is the title of this topic,
of the podcast,
just unlocking wisdom.
Guess what? We came and we are wrapping up our today's Youth Pulse podcast with none other than the young reporter from UNICEF, that was Rita, and engineer Marcelino, whereby I picked 2 points from them. They mentioned that education is a key and better late marriage than early marriage. And I think it will also be good for you as a viewer who is watching us right now to be taking this, because like it's really a lot. So this is only, I can feel myself, or I can sense myself, it's just the part 1 of our impact of early child marriage.
know,
But
right?
guess what? We dove deep into the pressing issues of early child marriage today, unpacking the impact in the individuals and as well the communities. Remember that change is start with a conversation, and that's why we had it today with our 2 amazing guests. And don't forget, always and always and always keep it speaking from your heart, because keep talking and tune in, because for next time, more topics and more engaging moments. With me, Diko De Ando, I love you all.
Also, us, we want to kiss.
The Youth Pulse podcast, speaking from our heart.